Gaming. Now, we've loaded up the map, I've searched all around and I've found a piece of land that I like the look of. To be fair, there weren't many. And one of the things I do run into very quickly on this is an issue with the amount of space that seems to be in these sections now that the game has changed. But we'll see that as we go through the next, it's about an hour, this episode. But it is going to give you everything that you need to know. So you put down your town centre. Now this time stuff unlocks in a very different way to how it did before the game was released. So we're going to put down our builder's workshop. That's probably a goodish location. You want it fairly much in the middle of your initial area. Yep, we've got to assign some people to it. Yep, okay, fair enough. So click on the building and then just click the plus, or you can manually assign people. It's entirely up to you. Doing the plus just gets people assigned. So new building available, we can now build a lumber camp. So again, one of the things that I struggled with was actually rotating it, because it's been quite a while since I've played this, of course. So I wanted to play around with it, and the setting for rotating just completely slipped my mind. But again, you do have that red area around it. Now that red area, you need to remember, is an industrial area, and you're not going to want to have any residential stuff anywhere near it. Now let's see if we can cancel this. So how would we demolish it? Go undo. There we go. Okay, so just checking how we can cancel buildings so before we've actually built them. So undo works nicely. There we go, so we can rotate, and that's the way we want it, because those little white arrows are the entrances. So ideally you want the entrances as close to your village centre as you possibly can. Later on we'll have storage and everything else, but for now we'll get this built. And again, what we'll also do is put the game into triple speed, just to speed things up. Now at the moment we cannot build anything else, so again, game speed increase works the same as it used to, so that's fine. You can go up to triple speed, and we're just going to leave it going until that lumber camp is constructed, which I think that's it finished. Yep, painting and wood cutting. Yep, so now we've had the paint area unlocked. So it wasn't even an option until we built the lumber camp. I get it, the game is now full release, so it's been structured in a way to be a bit more informative for people that haven't played before. Now, extraction for the rocks doesn't seem to be a thing anymore, so you don't need to paint a circle round it. We're going to put down a gathering hut, of course, because we need that for food. So put it down near the berry bushes that will be in your plot, so just put it near where they are. And they are not infinite now either, I don't think. I took note as I was playing that there was a hell of a lot more berry bushes than there were when the game was pre-release. In pre-release it was just one berry bush and it was an infinite number of berries, whereas now I don't think that is true. So again, resource removal. You can mark it, but my stonecutter camp, when I put it down, you'll see later in the episode, they just started collecting the stone without me actually painting resource extraction. So again, let's speed up time. There we go, that's finished. So let's add some people. We'll add 2 for now. I think we've only got 2 left before we can run out of people. So we'll put 1 in there as well. So that's it. And yep, got it. Yep, that's fine. So the forestation, we are looking for painting for reforesting. Okay, yep, we've done that. Gathering food, awesome, lovely stuff. So it looks like until you unlock stuff, see, I can paint. I can change it to a square paintbrush all round. We've got wood cutting, but we do not have reforestation. Even though this... there we go, so it's in here. So by actually clicking on the forester's hut, you can select where to reforest. So we're going to do that right-hand side, so it's not now in the default list of paintbrushes. So again, we've got people collecting food. Needs and happiness, yes, of course. Let's put it into practice, because what we're going to need to do is, of course, paint some residential so we can start building some houses. Yep, okay, thank you. Right, now my suggestion would be wherever you put your town centre, leave an area so that you can put your market in, because you are going to need a market for your food. Yep, lovely, got it. For residential, fantastic. New buildings available are now a well, so you want to put that kind of near the town centre, because that's going to be where all your residential is to begin with. You want it all close to each other. And then you've got a stone cutter camp, so we'll put that there. And again, keep things going nice and smoothly. So again, triple speed, want to get stuff built as quickly as possible. And of course, sometimes everyone just sits around and does a whole lot of nothing. Okay, so we'll be skipping forward. So we've got our little residential area that we now need to expand. And more importantly, we're hoping, because we're getting insufficient housing alerts, we do need to expand our residential area. Now, this is where I was telling you that this initial area doesn't actually have a lot of space. Now, obviously, we've got the buildings that we have, but I will keep skipping forwards. So our stonecutter camp is now built, and we've now employed 2 people. Now, bear in mind, I haven't flagged resource extraction, and they have gone straight to cutting the stone, so you don't need to put the resource extraction over the stone anymore by the looks of it. So they're working away. We don't have any new additional buildings. Multi-part buildings. So now that we've completed all the initials, it's time to build, of course, our main building, our market, which has been unlocked. So this hasn't really changed. You want to put down your benches first, so your food stalls. Just make sure you rotate them so that the dot is behind, like so. And the access is from the sides and the front. So there we go. And we want to put another one. Again, rotate it. Now I've put that one the wrong way around. And again, that one is also the wrong way round. And of course, as soon as I go to put these on, see, that one is the right way round. And of course, if I go to the next one, oh, that's the wrong way round. And there's also no way of changing it from a rustic market tent. So both of those are the wrong way round. So do need to be rotated. And again, just playing with it. So there we go. Undo, undo, undo. And then we'll go back and we'll put them in the right way round. So again, rotate all the way around so the dot is at the back. So that's where the person stands. There we go. And then we want another one. Nope, that's it. That way around. And we're going to build 3 initially, because that will be for berries, fish and meat, your 3 initial food types. And that's going to use a lot of the linen that we've already got, but we can also import some of that when we unlock our first trade route. So again, just go ahead and build. Don't need to put any prestige items on there at the moment, so we'll get that underway. These guys are still collecting wood. We'll get rid of 1 person because we don't have enough people. And we need to assign at least 1 person to the food market. So again, just having a look at the building options. And again, I will keep speeding up and cutting out footage as well, just to skip forwards to relevant points. So there we go. The first one is now done. So we can assign someone. But we don't have any workers to assign, I don't think. Do we have any unemployed? Yes, we do. 1 person. Fantastic. And of course, we need to also assign a resource, which we haven't yet. So down the bottom here. And the only food we have at the moment is berries. So we'll get those assigned. And the guy, there we go, can start tending the market stall. And he's getting nice fresh deliveries of berries. Good stuff. So our first food is there. And as you can see, also the houses, the initial houses have all gone up as well, because I was skipping forwards. So again, just skipping forwards in the footage. What we do want, see these berry bushes? So it's not unlimited. The first 3 have already been harvested. Now that looks like a mineral. that could probably be harvested. We'll check that out later on in the series, but let's put this advice into practice, profiting from trade. So we need to start unlocking stuff. Now again, having a look, what have we got now? We've unlocked a sawmill. So the sawmill being needed to create planks, which we're going to need to construct more advanced buildings. Oh, we've got 2 new additional residents, lovely. And let's place the sawmill. Now, where are we going to put it? I think probably over here will do. Let's rotate it. There we go. Keeping our industrial stuff all to the right hand side of our plot and our residential to the left hand side of the plot, with our village centre, of course. So progression, we can unlock storage, fishing. Now we're going to want to unlock storage, but we actually had to pay for that now, which is interesting, as well as we will come back and unlock fishing because we need an extra food source. And by the end of this episode, we will have all 3 of the basic foods. So that will be berries, fish, and of course meat from a hunter and a butcher. So 2 more buildings that need to be built. Now, we need a storage yard. So let's get the storage yard built. Don't think I like that, actually. Let's try that again. Warehouse, there we go. Now, where are we going to put it? Now, this doesn't have a red area around it, so it's not devastating to put it near houses, but ideally we want to try and keep it again to that right-hand side. I think that's probably going to be a bit too close as well. I mean, it does separate the red industrial district with the residential, but we'll put it up to the top here near the stone cutters, and there we go, build. Okay. Oh, our sawmill is ready and needs staff, which we don't have yet. Again, we've got insufficient housing, so let's draw a line down here. There we go, so that's created enough space for another house. Hopefully that will sort our housing requirements. And again, as I said, the sawmill will need a couple of staff. Now again, skipping forwards, so let's add someone to the warehouse and assign resources. So we're going to assign planks and wood. There we go. Opening the royal book. Okay, so this is where we start getting our trade routes. So if we go into the royal book, you've got all of these tabs at the top. So edicts, trade routes, and then going further, we've got resources, villagers, buildings, budget, and then logs. So that's everything that is within the royal book. So let's close that back off for a second. Now we've staffed our sawmill and we've staffed our warehouse. The next thing we are going to need is a granary, of course, to start storing food, as well as fishing. So we will need to get fishing underway as well, and I recommend that you do have the 3 food types. Let's expand that a little bit more. There we go, there's room for another house. Now ideally we want this next plot of land so that we can extend our residential. I mean, I can cut things a little bit closer, but it's not going to make a huge difference, and we're getting new people coming into the village, so it's going to be permanently a problem until we unlock the next plot of land. Now, that's all working, that's working. We can add somebody else to there. Always go and check and redistribute your people, your serfs, if you need to, just to keep everything nice and efficient. So you can see at the top we've got a good supply of berries, we've got a reasonable supply of wooden planks, and a decent supply of stone. Now this is the plot that we want, and over here, the next plot of land, you've got those rocks which will be ore extraction, so mining, and we'll see if that's changed at all when we get to it in this series. But again, we want to unlock fishing. So new building available, lovely stuff, and go to our food, and there it is, fishing, and again it's an industrial building, so we want to put it down, but we also want to see where fish actually are. So if we have a look around, you want to see where those, there we go, literally right hand side, there is a nice stock of fish there. So we'll put the fishing boat down here and build our pier so that we can start getting some fish. Now the berry is at max storage, so the reason for that, of course, is as of yet we haven't built the granary. So I did say we needed to build it. Now where? That actually looks like quite a good spot. Let's rotate the building, see where the entrances are. Okay, so there. That's probably a good position then. We'll build that. And get the granary under construction so we can start storing our food. Right, let's skip forwards till it's completed. And just like that, it's magic, it's finished, and it's been staffed. Now, more importantly, we've also assigned our second resource to the market, so fish. And also for the granary itself, you want to mark berries and fish for storage. Now rock, we haven't got, so we didn't assign that to our warehouse, so assign stone, so we can start storing stone, wood and planks. Now again, our granary, so we need to assign berries and fish, so that we can start storing that as well. But I will say I'm liking the final release. Obviously there is still a roadmap for updates and everything else, but Foundation, I think you'll agree. I mean, I've done this in 4K, but I think you'll agree that overall I like the UI changes. I like a lot of the overall graphical changes, because although everything is the same, I'd say it's all been enhanced slightly. And again, overall, for a new player that hasn't played the game before, I think the unlock tree and everything else is quite well designed as well. Now, to sell stuff, this one took me a while, so we can only sell the stuff that isn't grey. So we can go to planks, we can set the number and purchase and sales, but we'll come back to that. We've unlocked here. And again, what you want to do is you want to click the sell when the volume is anything higher than, which we will set to a value of 10. But again, just having a look around all the different tabs and everything else, just refamiliarising myself with the game as I was recording this. But again, we want to go to all the different things, so you've got all these different resources. And again, as we get through, we will play with it all and see what we can do. So we want to sell everything above the value, and we want to set the value to at least 10. You can set a higher number if you want, but I'm setting it to 10, and then I am selling anything above that level. Now, we've also got some new people waiting, as well as a question mark in the village square. And it's going to time out, so let's quickly click it, and it's time for the manor house. And finally, we can get a free territory. So look at this nice big chunky plot. We don't want the little one, so we're going to go with the big plot. Straight away, residential. Yeah, got it. First monument. Okay, yep, got it. Right, let's increase the size of our residential area to this little plateau to begin with. And there we go. We're going to start getting other houses being built. Yep, that's 2 houses going up. I love the fact it says a house is about to be destroyed. Don't know why. No houses were destroyed. I think maybe what I done was I removed a bit of the residential area which would have destroyed a house, but replaced it so quickly that obviously the house was able to remain, but for some reason the error message stays at the top of the screen under our villagers tab. But hey, it is what it is. So labour, we need to unlock the manor house. There we go. And, of course, special buildings, manor house. Now, what has changed with this is it's a bit easier to use. So we're going to make a great hall, because that's the first thing that we need. We'll build the tax office later. So you've got a manor hall minor, towers. Let's just go with a minor. I don't need a big one, I don't think. So we'll do the same as what I've always done, which is build a main hall, build a tower onto it. Just the default size, doesn't need to be raised up or anything. Let's put it on that end, I think. There we go. And then we want to go down to a doorway. Let's see, do we want to put anything else? No, I think we'll go with let's go with a large manor entrance actually. There we go, put that in the middle. Now, I know this increases the amount of resources we need, but don't need a weather vane. A roofed stable and a woodshed. So we could put a roof stable because that adds prestige. Just put our meeting point at the door. There we go. To be fair, that'll do. Don't really care which way the arrow is pointing. Let's put a roof stable onto the side as well, because again, that increases the prestige. And then let's stick a woodshed somewhere. Where do we want the woodshed? Yeah, let's just put it there. Okay, and build. It's going to take a while. Oh, we've got another person. Lovely stuff. Got a reasonable population. We're up to 22. Not bad. Now, of course, we just need to wait for the manor house to be built, which will take a significant amount of time, but that's fine. Again, have a look at our royal book. So we're currently selling planks. Is there anything else that we've got that we can sell? No. Tools we can buy. We can stockpile as well. So buy until inventory reaches, and we'll put a value in here as well, and we'll put 10. So you can manually, or you can use the arrows. That's why I clicked in the box and just typed in 10. So again, that's under construction. Lovely. In fact, I think we'll skip forwards. There we go. Let's just skip until it's finished. And now what we're also going to do is increase our residential area again. Just include this whole area, because I realised that houses can be built on slopes. So not too shabby. Again, have to be quite careful on this so that you don't end up marking houses for destruction. See, both of those houses are now being destroyed, so we need to add it back. And carefully remove. There we go. And again, in the middle we could probably do a remove as well, but that's fine, because they're not going to build over the marketplace anyway. So there we go. We've got a nice big residential area. We're up to 23 people. Our industry is looking relatively good for the beginning of the game. The only thing we haven't really done is hunting and the tax office. Oh, it actually isn't finished. It's still awaiting a little bit of construction materials by the looks of it. Yeah, planks. So still hasn't got all the planks. Needs a few more before it will be finished. That's fine. Let's put some extra people in, because we've got a few extra people to work jobs. So the sawmill now has 3 people working. Oh, and the other thing we will look at, which is new, is expanding workplaces. Yes, that's we'll make our lumber camp bigger. So you can add basically add-ons to your resource buildings so that you can employ more people to do work. So there we go, it's finally finished. Improving monuments, yep, so you can edit and play with the buildings later. You can add new subdivision buildings and everything else. New building available is the rustic church. Now, we're not going to get to building it, I don't think, in this episode, but let's have a quick look at what else we've got here. Collecting taxes, okay, every villager will contribute. Of course they will, we are going to tax, because that's how we get our income. Now what's this one? Message from the king. Lovely. Some extra coins, thank you very much. And another villager. So we are now up to 25. So you want to go to Manor House, you want to go to Tax Office. Again, we're going to keep it relatively simple. So we're going to use the basic building. And we're going to put it towards the back of our residential area. So let's go with this one. Let's make it small though, and put it up here. Again, same, always a tower next to it. I know it looks silly small, but that's fine. And we're going to put a door on as well, of course, otherwise people can't get in. And put the meeting point at the front. Yeah, again, which way the arrow points, don't think I neither care nor mind. Okay, our best builder will draw you a blueprint. Let's do that. Okay, meeting the elders. Your support is much appreciated. And a prestigious burg. We will earn our sovereignty. So just give you a chance to have a quick read through that before I click on. Right, okay, so onwards and forwards. Again, our market is there. We need to wait for the tax office to be built, of course, and we have started gaining influence, and we've just got a bunch of tools, so nice stuff. Now again, we can start potentially expanding our residential. Don't really want to expand it too much, but let's maybe move it up there. Yep, straight. Oh, okay, there we go. House went straight in. Should we try and go all the way to the edge? I think, see if that's going to create enough space. Could put another gathering hut up here as well, actually. Get more berries. Let's build that as well. Now again, that rock, I'm not entirely sure as of yet, but I presume it needs to be mined as a guess, because it's not bog standard stone from looking at it, so it could well be iron ore. Okay, so mandates and stuff, we can't really do those yet, but again, I just wanted to see if mandates were the same as they were in the pre-release. They look fairly similar. So advice on collecting taxes and everything else. As I said, let's increase this residential area up to this end and put it over there. There we go. Now we've got some big gardens on some of these houses, which is interesting. Right, there we go. Add 2 more people. And we've got that shield coming in is trade. So that is a guy doing trade. Now we will assign the resource meat, even though as of yet we don't have meat. So we can always get that done, because we need to unlock hunting. Now hunting is the boar, the same as before. I know that rhymed. But again, you've got everything else. So butchering unlocks the hunter's hut and the butchery, so that we can start hunting pigs, boars, and give another extra food source for our villagers. So what we want to do is have a look. We've got the butchery and we've got the hunter's hut. Now the hunter's hut does have a red circle around it. Look at all those lovely piggies in the trees. Now again, it's got the red area, so we want to move it a little bit further away. There will do. We need to staff that as well, so let's put a couple of people in there. We've still got 2 free. Start building the hunter's hut. Oh, we've got a question mark. Okay. Most generous offer, thank you, I think we'll go for. What do we have to give them? 25 stone, and we've got plenty of stone, so is it the same as before? Yep, just confirm now. Well, at least it now has a confirm button, whereas before you just had to click on it when you had enough resources, which wasn't entirely obvious. Okay, let's put food on the table. So assign 3rd resource meat. And again, hunting, we want to dictate our hunting area. Basically, let's cover everything that's got piggies. So the whole forest. There we go. Nice. Now, buildings. We still haven't built the butchers. Now, does it have a red area around it? Yeah, of course it does. Okay, well, let's put it up here, I think. Close, but not too close because of the red, so we want to keep it in the industrial section of our village. There we go. And build. Wood for the elders. How much wood? Okay, we don't have a lot of wood at the moment. We have 0. So I think not interested. No, not interested. Maybe next time. We literally don't have enough resources at the moment to do it. So maybe next time, I think, is going to be the option. Taxation. Yeah, we do need to do taxes. Now, taxes, it's not entirely obvious, but that's mandates. Taxes, you can actually click on your gold coins, which I do eventually find out. I'm slowing down the time now. So again, we've got loads of objectives to do. That's being built, the butcher's is being built, and at the moment we don't have any tax collectors either. So we need to assign tax collectors. And of course we've got our rustic church, but again, we don't have a huge area of land to build it in at the moment, so probably worth laying off on the idea of the church for now. But we've got the nave and everything else, so we could build it. Could just build a tiny little church. Again, looking at the land and the area and everything else, where to build it is fairly questionable at the moment. I mean, we could end up just building it in the middle of the forest. But yeah, let's add our tax collectors. There we go. So we've got 2 people collecting tax now, although at the moment we have no tax rate set. Yeah, first tax office, very well. Close that off. And our village is off to a good start. So if you follow along with this, you will have a very good foundation for your village, and you will tick all those initial points. So you've got 3 sources of food. You've got your storage, you've got your granary, you've got your lumberyard, you've got a couple of berry collectors, you've got a hunter, you've got a butcher's, you've got that solid foundation, as well as your manor house and tax office. Now, the only thing I didn't like was the fact that the little wooden buildings have gone for your tax office to make it like a really super simple one, but it's fine. It's fine. Aesthetically, I understand that you want to change, but you see how you can edit buildings? You can change all of the components to existing structures now very easily, and you can change its function. So you can change it to a tax office, free build, choose what each subcomponent is. But again, progression, there's other stuff that we want to unlock, of course. So extended village edict. You've got tooling, storage improvement, decoration, farming, loads more stuff to do. Village fence and wooden bridges. And of course under here you've got the bailiff's office, which I don't think we can collect yet. So no, we can't unlock it. And manor house and tavern, as well as tier 2 labour privileges. But the unlock tree now is nice. I like that it's all been put onto one screen, and you can see common, labour, kingdom and clergy all in one place for as you unlock stuff and enhance your village, which then of course becomes a town, and eventually, I would imagine, when you cover the entire map, becomes a very, very big city. So our hunter's hut is ready. We've got a hunter. Our butcher's hut is still building, so that's fine. Improving lumber camps. Here we go. We need more wood. So just letting you guys read, but again, we need more wood, which is going to unlock our ability to enhance our workplaces. Now, question being is where? Lumber camp improvement. There it is, as well as storage improvement. So let's go with the lumber camp improvement. And then what we will be able to do, it does cost coins, bear in mind, and we are down to 173 out of 500. We're now down to 123. But go into your lumber camp now, click on edit building, and we have all these new options. A napping post, a wood depot, so let's stick the wood depot on somewhere. We've got a snoring post, which is a tent. So we could stick the tent on, I think, at the edge there. That looks quite cool. There we go. What else do we want to put? A stewing post, a munching post, a drinking post. Okay, right, well, we'll put a drinking post on, shall we? Give them the chance to have some beer. There we go. And then apply changes, and that's it. Our lumber camp will now be enhanced, and we will be able to employ more people once it's built, which is pretty cool. I like that. I like that additional functionality that's been added. So again, all the new stuff that's happening in Foundation, now that it's a full release game with a roadmap for 2025 and beyond, I will be doing some more content, room for one more. So there you go, there's a new achievement as well for expanding. That's another thing I noticed. I started re-unlocking achievements that I thought I'd already unlocked. Okay, let's get rid of one of those collectors so that we can employ a butcher. There we go. And we've already dictated that the granary will store meat. We've got our person employed on the market. Sorry, no we didn't. So we needed to assign boar and meat to our granary. So there's all of our food resources now assigned within the granary. We've got all of our physical resources, so wood, stone and planks assigned to our warehouse. And we have a hunter, a butcher, a couple of foragers, so the berry collectors, as well as our fishermen. So doing not too bad at all, and we're up to a population approaching 30. So not too shabby. Again, not much else we can do at this point apart from tax. So let's put it in the green rate. Let's have a look what that is. Minus 5%, it's plus 32. Should we leave it in green or should we move it to the low orange? Now we'll leave it in green for now, because at the end of the day we're early in the game, and let's have a look, what are we at? Minus 9 this month, minus 37. 32, that'll be minus 8. Okay, so not too bad. That's just our coin balance, and of course you've got your maintenance and cost balance. We want that to be a positive number for coins. It's still a negative number, but at the end of the day it's a negative at the beginning of the game. I think once we start collecting taxes monthly, that should start improving. So let's speed up the game. Because I just basically want to have a look at stuff. But for now, we're not going to build anything else. Slow the game back down to its normal rate, and what we'll do is have a look around the village a bit. But as you can see, we've got a lot of stuff to do. So get the words out of my mouth. A prestigious burg, part 1, collecting taxes, improving lumber camps, and providing food diversity. Now we should be able to tick off all of those once everything starts coming in, and this is finished. Because it still hasn't been improved yet as far as I can see. There's still some construction work to be done, and we also need to start getting more cloth as well because we've run out. But that is all you need to do for that, is go to your trade routes and start buying until you have a set amount, so 10 being the optive number that I tend to use. Especially early in the game. Later on you could set it to 1,000 if you wanted to, and become a trader extraordinaire. But we're at the beginning of the game, so let's learn to walk before we try to run. So we got boar, so that'll be getting butchered. Yeah, it's getting butchered, which is going to produce meat. That will then get delivered to the market and should tick off the providing food diversity. Again, our tax collectors are working away. And our town hall, our great hall, is doing well as well. Again, not going to set any mandates. But again, I always loved this game, the look of it and everything else. But now it's full release, definitely 10 out of 10. If you're watching this deciding whether to get the game or not, I'd say if you like city builders, definitely give it a go, as it is a very enjoyable game to play. Time does fly by when you're playing. Later on, of course, we will unlock more trade routes and we will expand and get everything to become bigger and everything else, just to show all of the mechanics. But yeah, after more than 2 years coming back to Foundation, I was very pleasantly surprised. I didn't have any intention of doing this, by the way. It's just the fact that when I started playing, I realised so much had changed that it would be worth recording footage and giving you guys an updated version of the video that I released over 2 years ago, because 1.9.1 I think it was, which was the version at the time, is very outdated now compared to where the game is. So I do hope you've appreciate me releasing this content and find it helpful. Do feel free to comment below as well, any thoughts, questions, anything else you have. I always answer and reply to every comment that is made on my videos, so feel free to comment away. And of course, if you enjoy the content, give it the thumbs up. And yeah, until next time, all it leaves me to say is good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And from me, Know It All Gaming, good night. And I'm just going to leave the last bit of this footage playing out for the next few minutes while you guys watch.